And Rebecca here. I'm chasing the sunlight. I'm on my back veranda. Anyway, I'm coming to you because it's the end of the school holidays, and I'm like, oh, I have to go back to school, and I've got this huge pile of books that I brought home and I didn't read. And this was the one that I was so meaning to read, and I just didn't get to it, and I didn't get to it. And then finally, it was like, I got to read it. School's going back, and oh man, am I so glad that I read this book. It's fantastic, and I can completely understand why it won the Newbery Award in the States. Now, the interesting thing about it is that it won the best book of the year in the States. It's a graphic novel. And that is a really big surprise. It's the first time a graphic novel has actually ever won that award. Now, there is really good reason because this is an absolutely fantastic book. It's about Jordan, who's a young boy going into middle school, and his parents, his mother in particular, has decided that he needs to go to a better school, and he wins a scholarship to a prestigious school. And so he goes to the school, and he doesn't really want to go. He actually would prefer to go to an art school, but he goes. His mum really wants him to, so he goes. He lives with both parents, and Dad sort of compromises and says to him, listen, you go for the next 3 or 4 years. When it comes to grade 11 and 12, if you really don't want to go there, then you go to the art school you want to go to. And it just, I finding it really hard to explain because it's just so fantastic. New kid. He is an African American kid who's going to this prestigious school who has a few African American kids or kids of different races going to it, but predominantly rich white kids. And but so it's to do with him having to deal with racial issues, him trying to fit in, him trying to make friends, and it's just really cluey. Jerry Craft has obviously really watched kids and really paid attention to what's going on around him. And one of the favorite pages to start it, you just go, yes, this is exactly right. It's first day of school, and everyone has got the zombie apocalypse school thing happening. And it goes through the different zones of where this kid lives: the Washington Heights zombies, the Inwood zombies, and finally the Kingsbridge zombies. And it's just fantastic. So you have the general story going on, and then because Jordan is an artist, you also then get his pages from his own journal. And this one is the page that just got me. It's towards the end of the book. Okay, and it's all about name calling. Okay, and he's going through all the ways that he can cope with kids calling him names, but the one thing he can't cope with is people calling him the wrong name. And the do a splice in because my computer died, battery died. But okay, the reason why Jordan really hates that people don't get his name right. Okay, the reason why he hates it is because, and I'm going to quote from here, they're saying that you're not even worth their time and are insignificant. Okay? And that is just so spot on. And I am just like, I am terrible at remembering names, but now I've read that, it's just like, Rebecca, you've got to get it together. You've got to really remember names because people are important. You've got to remember their names. Okay. Now, the other thing that Jerry Craft has been really good at is paying attention to what's going on. And one of my other really favourite parts of the book is in Jordan's diary again, where he's writing about when he's travelling to school. And I'm sorry, it's really hard to see, but he starts off in his neighbourhood over here and the way that he has to change. So first of all, he has his hoodie up and his glasses on, then he takes his hoodie off, takes his glasses off, and eventually he's just trying to blend in and fit into the last suburb near his school. Just so insightful, so worth reading. Go get this book if you can and read it. There's so much in here for people of all ages. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Go and get it. Bye.